strategy can you use to ensure your coaching business has return on investment, is future proof, and can continue to retain, to keep your clients, grow your clientele, and subside no matter what happens in the future? Hey, dear people, dear coach, dear leaders, I'm so glad to be able to do yeah, the four recap for the coaching summit. I'm Judy Glory, and it's always a pleasure to connect with you, to talk coaching, to talk strategies, to build thriving businesses. Why am I stumbling on my words? I'm tired. It's Friday. And I can't wait to close my week. But before closing my week, am I sure I've been on the business this week? What do I need to check to ensure I was on the business this week? Today, as I mentioned a couple minutes ago, day 4 on this coaching summit was all about business and return on investment. There were 4 sessions as usual, and the key strategies framework were developed to help you as a coach ensure you do what it takes to continue to have a thriving coaching practice. I told you yesterday I was looking forward to today's session because I always am curious to know new things that as coaches we can do to ensure we have a thriving business. If your coaching practice is not thriving, you'll not create that space, you'll not be in the good peace of mind to create, to hold a space for your clients to find their solutions. So today we discuss great things to help you have that thriving practice. And in a couple minutes, we will go down the road, look at each of the session, what concrete takeaway, what one action you can implement right after watching this video. If you're watching this and you're catching this for the first time, hey, the coaching summit is bunch more than 40 sessions. And even if you are on a free pass, it's more than 25 sessions that you can enjoy free of charge. Just show up and learn and get away with learning practical strategies, as you will see in a couple minutes. If you've been attending the summit and you know someone who is still not aware or has not started participating, just share the link. The link is in the description. So, 4 sessions about return on investment and ensuring we have a great flourishing coaching practice, that we are flourishing as coach, that we have our clients, the leaders, to flourish. So the day started with this beautiful session I told you about, was waiting for it. um the business of coaching, how to ensure your practice is growing. What are some strategies you can use to ensure return on investment? So, Sweta, she had a great presentation. This was also another member only session. Member only session. Now you know you are a member of the coaching.com platform. You benefit from extra more than 200 coaching sessions led by experts of their domain. So this was one of it. But I'll give you a little gist of what was shared. Hey, yeah, you're tired, but at least finish well. I'm kind of in a rush to just give it back and then close. Okay, let's get down. Deep breathing. Yes, we're here. Judith. You'll go and do whatever after. So she provided some key strategies to scale. She has a lot of framework. I think her firm growth thing is specialized in the growth for coaching business for companies. So she shared some of those key strategies. And one thing that really caught my attention was the importance to really track and communicate your impact. How know that you're creating, and how does your client know that they are getting some value from your coaching? Being able, you as a coach, to show, To know and show and clearly communicate the impact is a good thing. To get your client to be aware of the results you're driving, you're creating for them, it's a good thing. Even if you're watching this and you are a leader, it also applies to you being able to know how you're making an impact on your team, for your team in an organization, and clearly articulate that impact is great for your role, for your position, and for your growth, for the growth in your career. So, we tend to discuss that in coaching sessions with the leaders we work with. This is another thing that I say, it's a great session both for you if you are a coach or if you are a leader or just a professional. How are you bringing value on your team? When you know the value you bring, you know your worth, and it's easy to secure your position. You know who you are, you know the impact you bring, and you can communicate about it. That was it about session one. And that's why the key takeaway was like, position your coaching as a business driver, as something that helps bring the business forward, not just as a service. If it's a service, a nice to have, well, you may decide I don't need, I'll take what example. If I have AC in a place where it's cold in winter, I'm in Canada, well, I may say I don't need AC in winter, I'm in Canada, it's cold. But if I position the AC like something that helps the family to thrive, and I can demonstrate that with metrics. Did I say metrics? Remember the session of yesterday. If you didn't watch, go and watch the recap. And if you attended the session, good news, gives me the time to take a little pause and say that by now we are Friday, so all the sessions of the week to all the participants, whether you are a member or non-member. By now, you should have received an email telling you that the recordings are available. Yay! Yeah, you see how they did things well. It's Friday, so you have the whole weekend to go back and revisit, to go back and watch the sessions that maybe you missed. They give you the opportunity 3 days to have access to the full recording. And I hugely invite you to take to benefit of that. That's why I'm saying, even with the free pass, you get so much. If you registered for the session, even if you didn't watch it, you have received an email telling you that the recordings are available. Go watch them. And you were also provided, member or non-member, just because you participated in the summit, you were given a downloadable journal about 60 page. Hey, while you're watching, capture the key things you want to remember. It's available. I got the message, and I know some people who are not yet paid member who also got the message. So go for it. Watch the video, capture the learning. That's how you would able to transform the learning into action. Hey, benefit of it. And if you're just learning that there's something good like this going on, free learning for coaches, the link is below. You can go and register. For next week, we still have 4 days to go. So don't miss your opportunity. That was the first session, to be able to know how you bring value, position your coaching business as something that drives the leader, the organization, the startup, not as a nice to have service. And you were provided some key tools to help you do that. Today and yesterday, we talked about metrics since yesterday. So let's move forward to the next session. This session was followed by another session. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing today? um I heard so much, and it really touched me, this thing about communicating your impact, that it got me thinking, hey, actually, Judith, how are you doing it today? How are you doing? For sure, most of us, before closing the session, how did the session bring you value? But is there a formal, regular, permanent, a habit, something we have in place to communicate the impact we're driving, to remind the client, our coaching client, the leader or the organization, the sponsors, those who pay for the coaching, what is happening, the value? Can they see? Are there some numbers? Are there some measurable things that they have, knowing that before coaching they didn't have that and now they have that? Reflect. I want to invite you to reflect on what you can do to really capture, measure, and communicate regularly the impact you're having to the client, and particularly to the person who is paying for the coaching. Yeah, let's drive. The next session was another good one, and this was a session on negotiation. Go. People are tired. It's Friday. It was the grid. The session on grid, the grid framework, the grid activity, the grid for wellness, the grid that allows you to be active while taking care of your health. This wonderful session by Dr. I think I forgot the name and it's not showing here. But if you go on Google and you just type grid framework, you will see her and all the beautiful work, the book and everything she's published on this wonderful framework. The grid framework essentially is a framework that allows for balance, wellness, health. And the speaker today shared this framework to help create agendas that will allow for the wellness of the clients. I like to say, yeah, we come into these conferences and workshops looking for tools to help our clients, but those tools are also valid for you and I. How in my agenda I'm balancing work, being more productive, doing more with less, while taking care of myself. As I'm talking about this, like in doubt to me that yeah, definitely, Judith, you need to revisit the session because you need some more balance. Lately, you've been pushing. But definitely, it's a great framework with practical. Um, she used an approach that was really hands-on to really show how you can integrate the purpose, what you're trying to achieve, while still taking care of your health and growing. Integrate it in your own coaching practice as a coach, but also you could help your client achieve that. This was if you have clients that come to you for work-life balance. I know I have a lot of them. Working mom, this a senior leader. Well, I work a lot with women, so I'm not gonna apologize for that. The senior leader who is also a mom, a wife, but also manages a team of 100 people. It's a common theme that I hear in coaching session. So what I learned today, I, I can use it, I can leverage it for me, as I was saying a couple minutes ago, but also for my clients. And before leaving, I want to ask you this question. Go. Can you open up slides, please? Okay, I hope you're not frozen. It's not a time to freeze now. So, the question I want to offer each of us as we are revisiting the session on the grid framework, how could you frame coaching goals to encompass all the dimensions of the client being? What are you doing? And if you are not doing that, what can you do? So that as at the beginning of the coaching session, while you're discussing the agenda, what questions, how can you help the client think about the session's goal to integrate all the aspects, not just a strategy like tips for ABC? How can you bring the other aspects of the client's being? This is a great question. Sometimes, as we talk coaching, we talk I've discussed a lot about mastery and the importance of setting the agenda, but sometimes that agenda can be too much at the level of, okay, in general, they come for strategy, tips, and solution, blah, blah, blah. What can we do as a coach to help them think about the impact, the link between that solution and who they are and their physical health? And that was her point. Because in the grid, we were reminded that we are human being, not just human thinking, not just a body. It's all of that. And integrating all these aspects of the human being helps achieve that balance. Maybe wheel of life may mean something to you. Yeah. So we know about the wheel of life. We can also bring that in each coaching session. And one good place that she suggests we do that was in the agenda when we're setting the agenda. Go, 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 Judith. You were supposed to do this for 15 minutes and 15 minutes are gone. And we've just discussed, done the recap of two things. So the third thing, the third session today was a session on the future of coaching. In the shorts, I've been saying, okay, are you future proof? Are you ready? Things are changing. AI is here. A lot of coaches wonder what will happen to their career, to their profession, the impact. So this session by David Drake was an invitation to think different. I love it was out of the box. So, an encouragement. He shared 5 key ways to have provocative ideas that can help us be ready for the future and actionable steps to future proof your practice. And what I took is like the 5 maturity framework. If you don't know, go and check, go and review the recording. If you are registered, if you are not, you know what to do. The link is in the description box. But definitely, he provided some 5 approaches, 5 things to help you think different so that you're ready to adapt and adjust no matter what happens in the future. You and your coaching practice will be future ready. And that's why the takeaway, like, stretch your thinking, think out of the box. Because it may be time to write the next chapter in coaching. And I wanted to offer, as a reflection after this session, hey, what could you do? What could you put in place to facilitate client experiments now? What can you do so that the client experiment different ways to find their own solution in the moment, here and now, without depending on you? Doing that well will set you aside, because as they know that having a call with Judith, having a call with their coach, they will find a way to come out with a solution. It's not a book thing. It's not something that is published somewhere. It's not a tool. It's not a solution. It's something that they came up with instantly there in the moment as they coach with you. And that's one way you can differentiate yourself. Does that remind you about something? Simple question in the moment is still MCC mastery. So, my invitation to future proof your coaching, no matter what happens, no matter the impact on AI, no matter the uncertainty in the environment, what can you do to facilitate, to allow your clients to experiment in the moment, internal shift during the session? Not depending on you. Reflect on that. And then we will quickly go to the last session of the day, which was a very, very, very good one. Brought us back to people skills. One of this type of session, as I like to say, the sessions that are very valid, both if you are a coach or if you are a leader following the session. It was all about negotiation, how you could turn conflict into a good thing, how you could leverage conflict into connection. Hey, this a speaker coined the term influence with empathy without losing authority. We know books and a lot of publication around influence without authority. Her own position was influence with empathy, how to set boundaries and advocate without aggression. Like when there's conflict, how can you turn that in such a way that it allows you to connect? Have you had those coaching clients that come to you? Whoa, you can hear, you can feel the animosity. My manager, they don't hear me, my manager or the organization. When there's all that tension, that animosity, the session, the last session, it's a very good one. Go and watch it and revisit it. You will see that there was a lot of good stuff. I think it's one of the sessions for which I even capture some of the key tools to share with you because it was just so good. If you are registered, please go and revisit. There were great tools that you can use as a coach for you. You can help, you can share with your clients. As a parent, you can use, I saw some negotiation tactics I could leverage with my kids. As a spouse, you can use, hey, can I even just summarize it that that session was so great because if you were human, you could leverage the insights from that session to make things better, to turn any conflict into an opportunity to connect and connect better. Let me share some of the goodies that I found there with you. Um, so the speaker, she said how some small tweaks, the secret lies in the communication. How you can, the person comes, there's animosity, mom, you're like this, or when this client comes to you, my manager doesn't understand, they're like this, the organization, how the response, what you see, how it can help switch, turn the temperature, turn things, just change things around. And I'm sure you've been in places where people are talking, the ambience is just mellow, people are not feeling well, and someone comes like with a bump of energy, and it's like the temperature, there's a shift that happens in the atmosphere. The switch that she said in the communication, the small tweaks can do that in a conflict. Let me give you some of them. If you didn't watch it, but I highly recommend if you register, go and watch because she said it so beautifully. It's more detailed. And if you couldn't attend, you have the recordings available. And whether you're a member or no, if you registered, you will have the recording. The only person who might miss the good things that were shared is the person who didn't register. And if it's you watching this, don't miss for next week. Go and register now. The links are in the description box. And if you miss it, well, I did a little summary of the key things, the key strategies she gave to tweak your communication. So these include things like the feel good folder. What's the feel good folder? It's a place where you connect the things that have been said, the compliments. It's good to come in this kind of conversation knowing who you are bring. And even though she talked folder for the things about you, I also like to invite my client. What does the other party does that is well, that is good? What do you appreciate about the other party? Just thinking about the good things happening on the other side changes the mood, how you're approaching this. That's one tool. Another tool, while you have to negotiate maybe with the sponsor, the person paying for the coaching, knowing exactly who you are from the tool number one, from the field, you know the value you bring. We talked about the value. You will start by expressing your value and standing there, not just going with the average of the market, the average. You know your value and you come from the place of knowing your value. It will make the discussion, the negotiation to start high, and you can end up with where you want to be. But don't start with the average because it will go down in a negotiation. Another very great tool as coaches, we know there's open-ended questions. So when there's conflict, lack of understanding, an open-ended what, how, not a question that will give yes or no. What would work for you? What were you thinking about? I call it in my own verbals, give them the mic. Oh, I disagree. What were you thinking about? What, as you give them the mic, it opens and it's not fight. They will say it's like you're giving them the power. You want to hear from them. This is something that will create connection in general. When there's tension, you did not boss the organization. Oh, what were you thinking about? It opens. It's like you are inviting them in. A great tool. Another one, very, very powerful, the pause. I think masterful coaches, they know this. It's taught like a secret weapon, a secret sauce, a secret ingredient to achieve like the presence. Pause. So even in the midst of the negotiation, whether it is heated or no or conflict, pause before responding. The pause allows you to be zen, to think again. The pause also break like this very sometimes there's conflict where it's kind of there are emotions. The pause can help dilute that. It's another powerful tool that you have. And the last one, communicating without backslash. When there's conflict, sometimes you, which is judging. I need. Do you see the difference? You is finger pointing, you. But communicating without backslash is not about blaming them. My needs. I feel like this. I will appreciate. Do you notice the tone in difference? That's what she meant by communicating without backslash. You can see with all the energy and the tone I share that I really, really enjoyed. It was a wonderful session. If you can, go and watch it, capture your learning, and most important, try something, use it. And I feel like asking you for this last one. What is one or the tool? I shared, she shared 5 things. I just brought it back here, but these are the tools that the speaker shared, the last speaker. Is there any one of these tools that can transform your negotiation, making it easy for you whenever there is conflict to turn that into a connection opportunity? Maybe I'll share with you one that I know is working. I want to develop a different tool, but one that I see and it always 100% works for me is the feel good for the other side. If things are heated with my teenage daughter, if things are heated, when I stop and think, what do I appreciate about this daughter of mine? What do I appreciate about this leader, about the other party? Oh, they are great in this. Just thinking, yeah, when she organizes the house, things are excellent. And if you're watching this, honey, I love you. And I'm so grateful to have someone who likes beautiful things like you. Mommy, you see, she made me smile. So this is a tool that works all the time for me. My invitation is for you to look at these tools. Which is one that you want to try, so that whenever there's a situation of conflict, you can leverage it to turn the conflict into a moment of connection. Um, so that was it for this week, but the summit is not over. I think I told you this, yeah, Friday, but I'm sure if you register, you receive an email. If not, just go and refresh your mailbox. You're supposed to have received an email telling you, hey, replays are available. Go and watch it. Make time on your weekend. Yeah, weekends are normally reserved for relaxation. Hey, you can listen to this while driving. You can listen to this while cleaning. You can listen to this. My point essentially, the recordings will be available. And if you could not attend all your sessions, you can go and revisit them. The link is in your mailbox. And then next week, the summit continue with more sessions again to help grow, help future proof your coaching, more AI again coming, and this external session on how to move from an invisible coach into an on-demand coach. It's coming, guys. It's next week. Did you hear what I say? You may be watching this and struggling. I don't know how to get clients. Maybe you're just starting. Next week, there's a very good session coming that will teach you with clear strategy, actionable things you can do to move from a coach that nobody knows to a coach that is on demand. How do you do that? Go and check the submit.com website. The link is below. Just go and register, and then you will get and that and even more sessions on AI. Someone who is really killing it with AI, they will come and share their secret on how they're doing that. More demo. We want to be masterful coaches. What does masterful coaching look and sound like? It's coming next week. There's still more juicy session. Whether you want to grow your skills, develop your business, future proof your coaching practice, no matter what is happening. Hey, even more sessions are coming. And I said in the link below for free pass, just go and register. Not only you would have access, but at the end, next Friday, you would have the recording, the video that you can watch again and learn from. And if so far with what you've seen, you think, oh, I love this. I love the hands-on. I love the practical business discussions. I love the tools. I love the framework. I love the templates. It could be cool to have a platform where you can set and book your coaching clients. All of this is included in your membership. Well, I can hear you say, Judy, you're trying to sell something to us. It's fine. If you're not interested, just drop it. But this is an exceptional opportunity to learn. So take your free pass, come and see by yourself. And if it's not helping you for where you are in your coaching journey, just let it go. But you may be surprised at all the goodies that are included there. Go see and check by yourself. As for me, it's been such an honor and a pleasure to share the perspective of others, the approaches, the latest, what is happening in the coaching world to move this um, coaching practice forward. So it will be an honor and a pleasure to continue to do the recap with you next week. Until then, I wish you a very wonderful weekend. Looking forward to hear from you. Hey, if you can, let us know what you learned. Let us know how you like this recap. Heads up, I want to say thank you to Robert and all the huge team from Europe who said, keep it going, Judith. We love the recap. I so much am grateful. Tasha, Dina, Esther, you were many who reached out on LinkedIn to say, we love the recap. Thank you for letting me know. I will continue to do them. If there's anything, a particular aspect, a particular style, some people mentioned that when I put pictures of comics, they loved it. This is the type of feedback I want to know to create content that resonates with you. So let me know how you like the recap. Like, share. If you know someone who might benefit, share and let me know if there's anything I could add or remove to make the recap more interesting, more helping for you. It was a pleasure. Until next time, take care and continue to be the best version of you, to bring and transform your community with your coaching, your leadership, or simply who you are. Bye.